Identifying barriers to routine soil testing within beef and sheep farming systems for Samuel Alberto Duarte Mateus, Karen Juliet Osorio Naranjo, and Diana Alejandra Vargas Ávila.
Introduction. Globally, soil degradation in agroecosystem represent one of the greatest threats to achieving food and water security, and continues to undermine your effort to combat climate change.
This decline in soil quality is typically characterized by high rates of soil erosion, a loss of organic matter and nutrient imbalance arising from land use change. Despite this advance, there is still considerable scope to improve basic soil management, especially through greater adoption of routine soil testing for agronomic use.
One common approach used to improve on-farm nutrients use efficiency is tongue nutrients management planning, which include a range of soil quality metrics, can know as standard soil index testing, example pH, match, potassium indices, and magnesium content. Despite promotion of the potential benefit of soil index testing to farmers, low rates of soil index testing stage exit within some farming seconds, namely among beef and sheep producer.
For example, in England, only 51% of beef and sheep farmers regularly carry out soil index tests compared to 8-9 of the percent of dirty farmers and 97% of Arab. It has become apparent that a more holistic approach to soil testing that incorporates the physical, biological, and chemical aspects of soils, rather than relying on a small suite of indicators throughout soil index tests. Example, pH, P, K, and Mg can be more informative and beneficial for making farm management decisions. Objective. This study aims to understand with the beef and sheep sectors as a much lower soil testing adoption, rather in comparisons to the arable and dairy sector, and asserting what socioeconomic and physical factors are associated with soil testing and planning management behaviors.
Methodology. First, grassland and arable soil indices stars. We investigate the difference in soil pH, phosphorus and potassium indices, and magnesium content between grassland and arable. Second, beef and sheep farms survey. In order to obtain large scale information on soil commitment levels, the authors conducted tests among beef and sheep farms, surveyed 302 of these across the United Kingdom.
The survey was designed to derive primarily quantitative information on the following points: respondent demographic, farm business characteristics, if how they test their soils, attitudes and rationale regarding soil testing, current and future management practice, responding to results and not, and the influence of regulatory pressures.
Dirty stakeholder interviews. involved agriculture consultants who worked with farmers across the book, offering support and advice on soils and agricultural management associated with practice.
Conclusions. The study concludes that the soil characteristics of the beef and sheep sector in terms of bottom grasslands and soil use tend to have a smaller impact as there is lacking knowledge and control of the land. In this way, the agro-industry has a higher rate of damage in the soil since it generates a deterioration in the nutrients and the sublayer of the soil.
Thank you.